All right. Okay, so we'll do introductions and your name, the agency that you represent, and this morning's getting to know you question is your favorite type of pizza and your go-to pizza place in your community. So let's start with Jackson.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is my first time here. My name is Jackson Lanterman, and I run Juvenile Justice Outreach, which is a local faith-based nonprofit. We do the chaplain programming at the Juvenile Detention Center and work closely with the Juvenile Probation Department here in Kootenai County. Let's see. Probably bacon and pineapple would be my favorite.
Controversy right out of the gate.
I know. I apologize. Got to be honest though. And West Side Pizza, actually,
Okay.
I think is my family's current favorite right now.
Awesome. Well, welcome, Jackson. Glad to have you. Shane, you're up.
I'm Shane Gass, case manager for Idaho Youth Ranch up in the Coeur d'Alene area. And I would say my normal go-to is going to be just a nice classic pepperoni from Pizza Factory.
Awesome. Very good. Love it. Donna.
Hi, Donna Brundage, St. Vincent de Paul. And I like mushroom and onion, any vegetables really. And lately my go-to is Mod.
Yes. Can't go wrong with Mod.
Great.
Very consistent. Awesome. Thanks, Donna. Tiffany, you're up.
Yep, I am Tiffany. I'm from Washington, but I'm in Coeur d'Alene part-time. I run Absolute Ministries Transitional Housing. So we help individuals who complete inpatient programs and they live with us. We get them jobs and all the things that hinder people when they leave rehab. And my favorite pizza, I'm gonna have to go with Jackson on the bacon and pineapple. And I probably like Papa John's the most.
Okay. Solid. Okay. Awesome. Well, welcome. KJ.
Hello, my name is KJ Brandt. I'm with Idaho Children's Trust Fund. This is also my first meeting. And I live downtown, so I like Fire Pizza, and my favorite one, they actually have a gluten-free, dairy-free Thai.
Ooh, Fire. That's a good one too. Awesome. Well, welcome, KJ. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
Arwen.
My name is Arwen. I'm with Advanced Benefits, and I think my favorite pizza is just a kind of a classic margarita pizza. And right now it's a toss-up between Mod and Capone's.
Okay. Capone's. Okay. That's always solid too. Leslie.
Good morning. I'm Leslie Johnson from the Kroc Center. I like a veggie pizza from Northwest Specialty. Well, I think it's called Northwest something pizza.
Pizza Company.
It's in Hayden. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Awesome. Thanks, Leslie. Louisa.
Hi, I'm Louisa with North Idaho College. There's a pizza place in Kensal Yards in Spokane called Versailles. They have really good pizza. It's very good. And we once got one with a lot of arugula though, and we were sitting on the balcony and they brought it outside and the wind came up and like it all just like flew away, which my husband was fine with because he was not a fan of all the greens. So that was kind of funny, but it's good pizza.
Awesome. Thanks, Louisa. Michaela.
My favorite pizza is a Hawaiian with jalapenos and fresh tomatoes on it. And I don't have a local place, but my husband and I make pizza at home using the Winco crust.
Awesome. Okay. Excellent. Amy. Oops, we have two Amy's. Let's go. Amy Rhoda first.
I'm Amy Rhoda with the Community Library Network. Probably just like veggie lovers, just as much as veggies as possible. Haven't tried a lot of just local independent, so usually Papa John's, but River City it's close to our house.
Awesome. Thanks, Amy. Wendy.
I'm Wendy with Real Life Ministries Community Assistance, and my favorite pizza, probably my go-to is Mod with the build your own pizza.
Awesome. Thanks, Wendy. Josh, if you're there, we'd love to hear what your favorite pizza is.
Yeah, I'm almost a little embarrassed because I just like a plain decent pepperoni pizza.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
It's boring. I feel like I'm outnumbered here. But up in Sandpoint, we have a place called the Powder Hound, and they make great pizza.
And Josh, what agency are you representing?
That's right. I'm Josh Perry, and I'm with Idaho Families.
Awesome. Thanks, Josh. Evelyn.
Hey, so my name is Evelyn. I work for Idaho Housing and Finance Association. I'm their family self-sufficiency specialist. And I would guess mod pizza because you could build it. I have very changing pizza liking. So mod pizza works.
Awesome. Thanks, Evelyn. Chrissy.
I'm Chrissy. I'm with Navigation with Department of Health and Welfare. And my favorite pizza is one that I actually make. It's a Mediterranean style. It has artichoke hearts, chicken, feta cheese, green olives, kind of strange combo. But as far as if I go somewhere, Mackenzie River would be my favorite.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Carrie.
Hello, I'm Carrie Cedarquist, Community Impact Director for United Way of North Idaho. And I am starving now, but I think I like wood-fired pizzas. And so Embers by the Lake. And then also there's this little joint in Liberty Lake Piccolo's Pizza that has really good, also stacked with arugula, but thankfully no wind in there.
Thanks, Gary. Let's go with the other Amy.
Hi, I am Amy Hilliker. I'm with Love Inc. I'm the director here, and my favorite pizza is really random. I love the frozen Costco cauliflower, like supreme pizza. It sounds really ridiculous, but it's like my favorite.
Awesome. Doesn't sound ridiculous at all. So, Tess, you're up.
Tess Reeser with Kootenai Recovery Community Center. I'm a certified peer recovery coach, supervisor, and support specialist. And my favorite pizza is chicken bacon barbecue. Has been kind of my jam lately. So, but I love all of Capone's pizzas and all of our, we have a lot of really great little shop pizzas around Coeur d'Alene. So they all have their little niche of what's good about them.
Excellent. Thanks, Tess. I think we have Amy and Jen left to go here.
So I'll go ahead, the third Amy in here. So I'm with Navigation with Health and Welfare. I work with Chrissy. And my favorite pizza, if I go out to eat, which I hardly ever do, is Canadian bacon and mushroom. But I do have to agree with the other Amy that the Costco cauliflower pizza is one of my favorites.
Awesome. Excellent. And then Jen?
I also buy that Costco pizza, but that's not my favorite. But my favorite is Market Street Pizza on the north side of Spokane. They have the best cauliflower crust if you're going to go out to eat, but I just love their combination. And by the way, I'm Jen. I work with United Way as their resource development.
Excellent. Thanks, Jen. Did I miss anybody?
I think MJ is still, and then Greta joined.
Okay.
So why don't we do MJ next and then Greta?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I was having issues with my Bluetooth. I'm MJ, and I'm probably going to upset everybody in this meeting, but I really don't like pizza. I blame,
That's okay.
Yeah, I blame my year at University of Idaho, and every frat party was pizza. So not a fan.
Got it. That's okay. And then Greta?
So favorite pizza,
I like the ones where I can make my own because I stack it full of vegetables. It looks more like a salad than a pizza, but that's the way I like it.
Where's your go-to place in our
But I love
community?
Mod because I can be like, oh, a little bit more of that, like Subway, right? A little bit more of that. And so then it looks like this big pizza like this with all these vegetables, and they have jalapenos and everything. So that's good for me. I like it. Thanks.
Excellent. Yeah, thank you. A couple pizza fast facts for you. Americans eat around 100 acres worth of pizza a day. Think about that. The most expensive pizza in the world is called the Louis the 13th pizza. It takes 72 hours to prepare and costs $12,000, and they make it in your house. And then mayonnaise is a common topping for pizzas in Japan. So there you go. None of you knew that you were going to learn so much about pizza this morning. But for those of you that are new, one of the reasons why we spent a bit of time doing introductions is because you guys are great resources for each other. And what's great about this group, and when we get into our virtual roundtable, is I love to see when people help connect the dots or help each other with challenges that they're faced with, or hey, I know of this resource. Have you heard of this? We're struggling with this. What have you done that? So, you know, your greatest resource is this community here. So thank you all for participating. We got a great crew today. Today, we're going to start with our featured presentation, and that's Leslie from the Kroc Center. She's going to talk a little bit about the Kroc programs, and then we're going to zero in on holiday programs and resources for the Alice population. So once we hear from Leslie, we'll switch gears and do our virtual roundtable. And so if you have maybe resources that you know of or aware of for the holidays that you want to share, let us know, as well as what's going on in your world. Have you had wins? Have you had challenges? Do you have activities or events that are coming up that you want to promote or bring the awareness to the crew? So with that, Leslie, I will turn it over to you.
Great. Thanks a lot, Chris. Good morning, everybody. I'm excited to be here and just give you some updates on what's happening in our community with your community center. So there are several new people on here. Just a high level, the Kroc Center is a community center. It was originally built about 14 years ago. Ray and Joan Kroc were owners of the McDonald's Corporation, and after Ray died, he left Joan all of the wealth, and Joan trusted the work of the Salvation Army so much so that she left us the largest endowment in the history of our country at the time to build 26 Kroc Centers, and Coeur d'Alene competed against Tacoma and Seattle, and we raised the largest amount of money, and so we were able to build the Kroc. Our Kroc Center now has about 15,000 members. We reach about 1 in 4 people in our county. Joan's desire would be that we would go out to the 5 northern counties, and so we do that through food drives and just different ways of connecting. We have something that we call Mobile Kroc, and I'll touch on that in a little bit. And that's another way that we reach the 5 northern counties. But the mission of the Kroc, well, the mission of the Salvation Army is to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ and meet human needs in his name without discriminating. And then the vision of the Kroc Center, and this is something that will reach each one of you and everyone you serve, is to be a safe place to belong and grow. And we have scholarships available. Joan's desire was that every single person would have access to state-of-the-art facilities, including theater and the arts. And so we have scholarships available. And a lot of you know about the 3-month scholarship that we offer for people coming out of jail, prison, or graduating a recovery program. And so we have access for everyone. And then I'm just going to take you through, Chris just wanted me to give you just kind of some things that are happening here at the Kroc. So we have positions available all the time. We primarily staff on a part-time basis. I think there's probably less than 20 of us now that are full-time. We have less than 200 staff on our team. And so you can look online at any time for jobs and see the current job postings, and that's how you access applying for a position. Lifeguards, front desk, play care, and wellness attendants. So those are like real low, low skill positions, the play care and the front desk or the wellness attendants. So if you're working with somebody who is looking for like part-time and really needs to be encouraged, this is a great place for somebody to come. We've had people from UGM that have been into that that final phase where they're needing employment, and it's just been really a safe place. I really like to think of the Kroc almost like an incubator for people who are really trying to launch and into the workforce. It's a great place to start. So I mentioned a little bit about the mobile Kroc that was designed, I think about 4 or 5 years ago. We were just getting a lot of feedback from the local school counselors that we were talking to, where children were really having behavioral problems. And so we decided that we would try to go out and interact with these kids. And when we did that through recess, interactive games, the behaviors really started to plummet. And the teachers were really noticing an improvement on the days that we were there. So fast forward, we're now in every elementary school in Coeur d'Alene School District. And very soon we're going to be in every public school in Post Falls School District. And we also have a couple up in Sandpoint. So we're reaching further north into outside of Kootenai County. And we're not able to do that all the time now with just our small amount of staff. So we have partnered with churches and businesses, and we have trained them how to take mobile Kroc into these schools and really interact with the kids. So moving on, just staying with the kids, we're doing a school snack time with Bora and Lakes Middle School, where we're providing snacks that are provided by Nom Nom, which is we do a fundraiser at Nom Nom. And this just helps with the food insecurity, the kids that are hungry. And it's not where the kids need to go ask for a snack. It's just out there and available where the kids can grab a snack. Let's see, we're doing teen Bible studies on Friday nights at the Kroc from 7:30 to 9. And we're doing what we call a zone takeover in our game room on Wednesday nights from 6 to 8. That happens to be members only for the zone takeover. In November, we're going to be moving to Tuesday nights. And then we're going to be offering a Saturday night zone takeover. Well, actually, it's not in the zone, it's going to be in the gym. From 5:30 to 7, where we're going to do archery tag, dodgeball, and 9 square games. So if you're looking, if you're working with kids who really need a safe place to come, we do have teen memberships available. Of course, we have scholarships available, and we can get them plugged in. We're going to be doing Clothe a Child coming up in November, and we are now working with some referring partners that partner with Christmas year round. And we're really happy about that because that's going to allow us to really work in partnership with the parents in providing their kids clothes versus doing the model that we have used in the past where we're actually eliminating the parents. So this is really a great redesign. We're going to be clothing 60 middle school kids in November and 100 in December. We'll be doing that in partnership with Target. And then we're going to be working with our Croc scholarship recipients. So the referring partners through Charity Reimagined and then the Croc scholarship recipients. Camp, Croc Camp. We have camp that will be coming up in Thanksgiving time. So for parents that are working and during the Christmas season or the Christmas break, we'll have Croc Camp available. And we have a homeschool program that has been incredibly vibrant for the last about 4 years now, where we offer art, PE, climbing, and STEAM or STEM classes. And we have realized that those are in such high demand. We offer Kroc Gold members first access to those classes. So if you know of anybody who's wanting to get into those classes, highly recommend them becoming a Kroc Gold member so that they can actually get into those classes. They sell out extremely quickly. And really the last thing I wanted to just talk about was Veterans Day. We do love our veterans and we want to honor them. In the years past, we've offered a luncheon. Last year, I did our very first sing-along, which was highly successful. This year will be our second annual sing-along, and we're going to be doing it on the 10th of November. It's free. Everyone is welcome. We'll be doing it in our theater. My goal is to pack the theater, and I think we will. We're going to have a bugler bugle. We'll have the colors presented. We're going to be having one of our members sing the national anthem a cappella. We'll be having a quintet playing the music as we sing some of our great national songs. And Christian Youth Theater is going to be doing some dance numbers, recognizing every single branch of the forces as they stand up and we honor them. So it's just going to be a great morning event. It's the 10th of November at 10 a.m. So from 10 to 11. And we'll be having the Civil Air Patrol lining our driveway, holding up signs, thanking the members as they drive, thanking the veterans as they drive in. The young Marines will be flanking the doors, welcoming each one. So just want to encourage you. We'll be having flyers and I'll be sending them out. We really want to have our veterans come so that we can honor them.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I think I've covered a lot. What questions do you have?
Leslie, does the Croc still make the showers available at that $3 rate to anyone?
Yes, Chris, thank you. Yeah, on the social services side, yes, we have showers continuing to be available at $3 a shower. We encourage members of our community that are needing just the shower facilities to really still sign up for a membership, asking for a scholarship, because after about the fourth or fifth shower, you're going to break even on that $3. Yes, and as a emergency assistance, we're really circling the wagons, looking at how we're going to help our neighbors. And right now, all we are offering is rental assistance with an eviction notice. So if there is, gas and car repair, all those different components, we're just now focusing on rental assistance, trying to eliminate the family getting evicted and it being out on the street.
Questions for Leslie?
Mm-hmm.
Leslie, what are the ages if somebody wants to sign up for the camps for like Thanksgiving and Christmas, I believe you said?
Yeah, there are lots of different age groups. I know it's going to be elementary up through age 14. I don't know if we're going to offer preschool age. I have shared in the chat our website and the activity guide, and you can get on there and check to be sure.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Other questions for Leslie?
You guys are quiet today.
I have a question.
Yeah. Hi, MJ.
Hi, Leslie. Can you remind me how much the Croc membership is?
That's a good question.
Oh, okay.
We just took a rate increase October 1st. So I would have to pull that up because I don't know those off the top of my head.
I can reach out to you privately. Yeah, I'll email you. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're probably going to want the scholarship numbers, and I'm happy to share those.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
What else for Leslie? Anybody have maybe a win that has been related to introducing someone to the Kroc Center and the support and services that the Kroc shares with our community?
I'd like to say something. I was just about to say that. I hear just such wonderful things about Leslie and the Kroc Center from the families I work with at, and I see one family in particular. She's a mom of 5 kids. They were homeless at one point, single mom, and she just told me that Leslie was so supportive to her and her kids, and just such a safe person to talk to when she first got to Kootenai County, and really helped her get connected to different resources. And now they have a really great apartment and they're doing really well. But whenever the Kroc Center comes up in conversation with this student, she clearly loves Leslie so much and all the people there. So it's pretty cool to see.
Awesome.
Thank you, Louisa. Thank you. I do just want to remind everyone about the well. We're on tonight at the well, 6 p.m. It's really becoming a great group of people. So just a real quick summary, it's a group of people working towards goals that we establish, SMART goals. And so we're focusing on body, mind, and spirit. And we have an educational component, the first half from 6 to 7, and then 7 to 8, we exercise. And kids are welcome, ages 3 months and up. So
Leslie, is there a cost to join the
no
well?
cost, it's totally free, and you do not need to be a member. So matter of fact, I ran into Pat. He was in the cafe the other day. He's been coming to the well, and he's probably 60 years old, and he was working on his computer, and I went over and I said, "Hey Pat, how's it going?" And he said, "You know, Leslie, I came to the well because I'm getting a scholarship and it's required, right? They have to come 4 times to fulfill the eligibility requirement to come next to be eligible for renewal." But he said, "I'm learning so much and I'm really liking just the acceptance that he feels there. He's been coming back for the last couple months." So just to encourage you, it really is a safe place. We have a retired psychiatrist who's speaking tonight on the connection between the mind and the body. And last week we had a grief counselor speak. We have a retired cardiologist that helps us. So we just have a really great group of people who love to help people become the best that they can be.
That's awesome. And Leslie, there's information on the website, right, about the well?
Yes, there is. Yep. And I'm happy to talk to anybody. You can call my extension, come to the front desk, ask a question. They'll be able to tell you about the well. We have rack cards underneath the TV. I think I've put it out there in the community pretty well. We have we start with a free snack, which is kind of like a light dinner for most people coming in after work. Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome program.
I have a question, and I had to take a quick work call, so I apologize if you already talked about this, but Leslie, is the Kroc still working with Heritage Health to do the Kroc RX program?
No, Carrie, that ended, I think about 5 years ago. The Kroc RX program was a great program. I was heavily involved in that, and it was incredibly expensive to run. You know, that's where we were having nurses meet at the Kroc, do patient check-ins, and then we were connecting the patient with a trainer, a coach, and then they were working out about three times a week. After that ended, we started a Kroc extension program where we took 12 volunteers and we walked with them for 9 months. We heard their testimonies. We cooked meals with them. We did all kinds of amazing things. But when we weren't working intensely with the person, they weren't interested. It was so fascinating because the person really has to be self-motivated to change their life. And I think each and every one of you know that on this call. It has to come from within. So we have so many fantastic programs within our community. An example, Medicaid. If you have a client who has some real health issues, you can have the client go to their doctor if they're on Medicaid, and there is a form that they can actually fill out and bring it to the Kroc, and they'll get a free membership up to $200 annually paid for to actually be able to work out, to reduce their diabetes, to reduce their blood pressure, minimize their depression. But often people just don't want to get off the couch, right? Yeah. As I'm sitting here on my couch talking to all of you.
Well, Leslie, we sure appreciate what you do and what you do for our community. Leslie's been a longstanding member of this task force, so thank you. And Leslie's always been more than willing to help out where she can and where the Kroc Center can. So thank you for all you do and the support you do for the community.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. And just thank you to each and every one of you. I highly admire each of you and the work that you're doing in our community, and you're making a difference. Every single person, you're making a difference. So thank you.
Thanks, Leslie. Okay, so let's switch gears and let's do our virtual roundtable. So there's no real order here. It's just whoever wants to go first. But really, what we're looking for is any update that you want to share on your agency, as well as maybe something you're struggling with, or we love to hear wins as well. That's fuel for all of us when we hear the good things that are happening with all of you. As well as if you have any holiday resources that would be good for us to promote in our helps bulletin as we quickly get to our holiday season. So who would like to kick it off?
I can.
All right,
Hi.
thanks, Louisa.
I just want to invite everyone here and ask that you also invite all the different families you might be working with to the first annual Trick or Treats party at Parker Technical Center, which is our trades and industry building in Rathdrum. We are doing a big open house where we're going to showcase all the different really cool programs we have, like welding and diesel technology and machining, but we're also going to give out gobs of candy. And I think just this year, there's been a lot of concern about Halloween candy, with the concern of fentanyl laced in the candy. So this is a safe event. And I think that it's important to find safe events for our kids. So this is a safe Halloween event. I hope everyone can come. It's the 28th, which is a Friday, and it's from 3 to 6. So our thoughts are, if parents can pick their kids up from school and just drive right to Parker, maybe, or go home and have a snack and then come over. But from 3 to 6, if we have lines out the door at 6, we'll stay longer, but I don't think that's going to happen. But it should be really good. And we'll have a lot of information for parents about, just what NIC has to offer. So teenagers are more than welcome to come as well, which teenagers aren't always welcome for trick-or-treating, but they are at this event. So yeah, please come if you can. And I can send a poster maybe to Chris. I don't know if you can disperse that, but I could send one to you.
Sure. Thanks, Louisa. Who's next?
I'll add on to Louisa. If you come, you get to meet me and Louisa in person because we'll both be there.
Awesome. Thanks, MJ.
I have a couple of things. So first of all, I don't know if anybody has any clients or works with anybody in Boundary County, but Hope House up there just announced that they're doing a winter clothing giveaway at the Boundary County Middle School on November 11th, and that's going to be from 11 to 4. So if anybody has families or anything up in Bonners Ferry that would need some winter clothes.
What was the time for that again, Carrie?
Yeah, so 11 to 4.
11 to 4. And that's at the Hope House?
No, it's actually at the Boundary County Middle School gym.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I can put it in the chat too, but it's Hope House that's putting it on.
Carrie, what is Hope House?
Great question. I don't know. I think it came across on my 9B news feed and seemed relevant to what we were talking about today.
Okay. No, we're always looking for resources and boundaries. So
yeah,
check into that.
Carrie, you mentioned your news feed. What did you call it?
9B News.
9B News.
Yeah. So another thing is a resource question that I have. So it's not often that we have folks call into our office seeking assistance, but sometimes they do, and it seems to be the trickiest one. So we have an individual, she's 66 and is kind of lined up for Idaho Housing Assistance, but owes money to the Pennsylvania Housing Authority. You guys might be familiar with this one because I think she reached out to some other folks. So basically, she's kind of stuck until she can pay off this debt to the Pennsylvania Housing Authority, which I think is about $1,700. And I am at a loss for where to point her or and give assistance. There's a lot of COVID-related issues that have contributed to her crisis. And so I don't know if there's any emergency funding or anything, but essentially this $1,700 balance owed to Pennsylvania is holding up the next steps for her to get into Idaho housing and to become stable. So I don't know if anybody has any ideas.
Does she have any minor children?
I do not know.
If she does, if she has minor children, that is something that navigation could potentially help with.
Okay. Can I forward you the information that it was my coworker that took down the info?
Sure.
Okay. What's the best email for you?
Do you want me to just put it in the chat?
Sure. Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, so if anybody else has any ideas, just email me. The third thing is tonight is an event happening in collaboration with St. Luke's Episcopal Church downtown and the Human Rights Education Institute. It's a speaker series, video and speaker series that is called Finding Our Place in the Inland Northwest. And tonight's topic, which starts at 6, is called Paycheck to Paycheck. And so really talking about the ALICE population. I'll attend there, and it would be great if anybody else wants to join. The idea with this speaker series is to bring people in the community together and have civil discourse. So we watch a short film. At least in the past is how this has gone. Watch a short film and then you have discussion sessions and kind of break out. So I'm looking forward to that and hope to learn and hope to share some insight as well from what we've learned. So again, that's at St. Luke's in Coeur d'Alene. I think it's on Wallace. And it's done in
it's
area.
5th and Wallace.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Donna. So 6 to 8 or 9, I think is what that time is.
Awesome.
They are really cool. I've been to a couple of them, so they're very engaging.
Yeah.
And then, as always, we have our scholarships available for families for childcare and school age, and you can find all that information on our website.
Excellent. Thanks, Carrie. Who's next?
I'll go. Tonight is CD AIDS fundraiser at the golf course resort. And I don't even know if there's tickets left. I know they were down to just the last few, but it's kind of a chopped chef's competition where they all, they get judged on how thinly they slice their onions, and then it eventually gets eliminated to where they have to prepare meals that is judged. It's a really fun event. And then St. Vincent's is having Soup Port on November 17th at the Silver Lake Mall, and that's to fund our warming center. And our warming center is hiring for staff if anybody needs an on-call job to just pick up a few hours, a week. It's open when the temperatures drop below 28, so it's not consistent, but the weather report comes out for a week, so you can kind of judge if you have that weather app. And I think that's about it for now. That's what's going on here.
Thanks, Donna.
I'll go. So Kootenai Recovery Community Center has teamed up with Panhandle Health and NIAC, and we put out the first free community Narcan box at the skate park. So people can just go and get Narcan. We have our phone number on it, so if it's empty, we can get in contact. The people can contact us and we can get Narcan delivered to them, but we do check that box. We're going to be checking weekly and making sure that it's stocked up. Kootenai Recovery Community Center is also going to be doing a Halloween party, and they're going to be decorating cookies and pumpkins, having fun activities and watching scary movies and having snacks between 10 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. And then they are doing a scary zone and trick or treat from 6:45 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. and all ages are welcome. And that's it.
Thank you, Tess.
I'll go. Michaela with Early Head Start. We are doing some pumpkin parties. We have one in Coeur d'Alene tomorrow morning from 10 to 11:30 at the Harding Center gym. It is geared for younger kids from birth to 3, but all kids are welcome, but it is during school hours, so it'll probably be the younger ones. And then we are doing one in Kellogg on Tuesday, the 18th. At the Head Start building, and that one will be from 5:30 to 7 in the evening. And I can send a flyer out.
Awesome. Thanks, Michaela.
I'll go. First of all, if anybody went to the poverty simulation that Kaylin and Community Action went to, that is an amazing event. And so if you get a chance to do it in the future, I recommend it. It really helps you to experience firsthand what people in the Alice and below population struggle with on a day-to-day basis. And just simple things like having to fill out forms over and over again can be stressful and stuff. So a great eye-opener on what the experience is like. We had our job fair that we host with the Department of Labor yesterday. It was probably the best one we've had in like 4 years. Great turnout, great variety of employers. They've got a new gal that this is her first one, and she's doing a really great job with that. Our job club team is there. So we host it twice a year, but in between there, we have our job club team. So if you have somebody who's looking for work, they do a really good job at helping people look at their skill set to see maybe outside of the box of where they can transfer those skills to, and just walk alongside them in the search for work and connecting employers with people who have the skills they're looking for. And then we also have our Harvest Festival coming up. Ours is going to be on Friday, the 28th from 5:30 to 7:30, and it's from preschool up to 5th grade. And it's going to be outside with a petting zoo and bounce houses and a bunch of crazy stuff.
Thanks, Wendy. Who's next?
Hi, this is Chrissy from Navigation. I'll go. I just want to remind everybody, and in case we have somebody on the call who's not familiar, with Navigation, we do have emergency assistance funding, career enhancement funding, and we have funding for our kinship families. So we do have funding available. I noticed with the email from Leslie that they can no longer help unless there is an eviction notice. With Navigation, we do not need that eviction notice. So, you know, if the client has some time, those are actually the clients that we're able to typically help the most, because we can help prevent that. Our program does take a little bit of time. You know, they get the referral, we get them in, we do our assessments. So it's not a you come in and apply and get funded the same day. So just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that with Navigation, we do not need that eviction notice, and we do have funding. Anybody who may need assistance can call the Idaho Care Line by dialing 211, and they'll ask some questions, some screening questions, and then that referral will come through to us, and then the next available navigator takes that referral. Our funding is tied to children. So we can do case management with individuals who do not have children. However, our funding is tied to children. So for us to be able to use our funding, they do have to have that minor child.
Excellent. Thanks, Chrissy. Other shares for the group?
I do. Thanks for welcoming newbies to the group. I really appreciate it. I'm Amy from Love Inc. I have a couple different things I'd love to share with you guys. We have, you may have seen it in the paper. First Pres has a brand new clothing closet for K through 8th grade, and it's awesome. It's really well done, beautiful, bright, welcoming space. They are taking referrals from us and a couple of other agencies in the area, and they're appointment only. And they're from Tuesdays and Thursdays, 3:30 to 5, and on Sundays from 10:15 to 12. It's a great little closet. And then another partner with the church is Anthem CDA is going to be doing a Core to Christmas. It's a Christmas with dignity to local families. It's items for all ages, and it's heavily discounted for affordability, and parents can shop for their own children. And their hope is to assist about 75 families this Christmas. It's funded by donors and volunteers, and they are taking families who are referred by Love Inc. And a couple of other, again, local agencies and partners. It's going to be great. I'm really excited about it. And then if you haven't heard already, we're having a Redemptive Compassion seminar this weekend that Love Inc. is hosting and First Pres. We would love for everybody to come. You can come learn about the vision and mission of Love Inc., why we're doing what we're doing, how we're doing it, and how we want to link arms in the community. And we'd love for you to come if you can come. It starts tomorrow night at 6:30 to about 8:30. And then again, kind of roundtable discussions and teaching on Saturday from 9 to 12.
Excellent. Thanks, Amy. Other shares? All right, I'll take that as everybody's finished sharing updates. Would love to end our meeting on a high note. Is there a win maybe somebody was holding back on that they'd want to share with the group? Because if we don't hear anything, then I'm just going to bore you with more pizza facts.
Oh, I've got one.
Thank you.
Okay, so Family Promise of North Idaho has a single mom in their program who is, well, she's actually not, she's carrying a child. She's pregnant and she's experiencing homelessness. We get those families connected with the Croc for showers because sometimes they're in churches that don't have showers. And they have to meet with me to give an orientation so that they really understand what kind of support they get at the Croc. Anyhow, I was doing an orientation with her and I asked her, so how do you see yourself using the Kroc Center? And she said, well, when I was younger, she's about 19, when I was younger, my family and I would come and we would climb the rock wall. And so I see myself maybe climbing the rock wall. And I said, oh, that's great. Awesome. So fast forward, the next day, I'm actually leaving the building for an appointment and I see her climbing the rock wall. She had a grin from ear to ear. It was amazing. Just think about when you do an activity when you're young and things are good in your life, right? Life is lighter. And there she is enjoying that activity, not thinking about becoming a mom or she doesn't have a home, just climbing the rock wall. So that's a high note.
Awesome, Leslie, that's great. Thank you so much. Okay, so my challenge to each and every one of you is to invite somebody to our next meeting, whether that's another nonprofit. We represent the 5 northern counties and would love to get some more representation from all the counties. So whether it's a nonprofit or maybe another a community company that would be great to have some more representation from the community businesses in our area. So that's challenge 1, invite somebody to our task force meeting. And then the second challenge is when the updated helps bulletin, which we're working on right now, comes out, share that, broadcast that with those that you work with and others in the community. And that's how we get the word out of the resources and assistance that we have for our community. With that, Mark, any last comments, thoughts?
Just wanted to thank Chris and Arwen for hosting this and for the work that Advanced Benefits does on the Helps Bulletin. Chris started this role as a board member and he termed off over the summer, but has continued to do it. And I think it's really something that a lot of people on this call appreciate. And we certainly do as an organization appreciate the help of Chris, for his icebreaker questions and coordinating these meetings, but also with the helps bulletin that has great information that we can push out to the community through the list that we have on the email and hopefully social media a little bit more. So share that bulletin as much as possible. I'm sure Arwen has a hand in that, so that's why I included her in the thank you. But Advanced Benefits, really has a great commitment to the community, and we appreciate that.
Yeah. This is such a great group of individuals, and you all do great work. It's hard work, it's heavy work, but it's so fun to see. Again, you guys just help each other out and solve issues and challenges and celebrate the wins. And so thank you all for everything you do. And I look forward to continue to support this group in any form or fashion. And yes, Mark, I couldn't do it without Arwen. So thank you, Arwen, for your work on the helps bulletin. With that, everyone gets 7 minutes back in their day. You're welcome. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
Chris.